Our next presenter is, it's a joint presentation by Miss Waidyasekara and Miss TMJA Cooray. The title is Analyzing Significant Factors Considered by General Public in Selecting Higher Education Opportunities in Private Institutions.
Food, clothing, shelter are the basic needs of a human being. But we know other than that, there are so many other needs and wants we are expecting for a successful life. From all of those, education is in the top as a need and as the foundation for a successful life. Here, let me take these few minutes to explain the research what I have done on analyzing the significant factors which are considered by general public when select higher education opportunities in the private institutions. Under the topic, Introduction, Literature Review, Methodology, Results and Conclusion. I know I don't need to take much time to explain the importance of this topic because you all are very well know the value of the higher education. But if I brief the importance, gaining higher education is vital for a person to find more lucrative careers pursuing a better personal and professional life growth. But in Sri Lanka, it is very limited number of students are getting the opportunity to enter state universities because due to the lack of space of these state universities. Because of that, what happened, some of the students who are reaching the advanced level to get the higher education opportunities, but they don't have, they have to stop their education after the advanced level because they don't have good opportunities. But now in the modern world, we can see private higher education institutes play imperative role by opening up many more opportunities for those who are seeking higher education aspirations. So this research has been carried out with the objectives to identify the potential students who are seeking higher education opportunities in the private higher education institutes and identifying the most important factors that private higher education institutes should be considered to attract more students. I have reviewed many literatures to get the guidance for my research. Some of the literatures you can see here. Primary data gathering has been carried out, and in deciding the sampling frame, it has been identified the list of the students who are doing higher education in the private higher education institutions has been not maintained by any authority or regulatory body in Sri Lanka. So then data gathering process has been executed using questionnaire survey. Reliability test has been carried out to check the reliability of the questionnaire, and then questionnaire was distributed among 250 students and data was collected. Descriptive analysis has been carried out to check the relationship between the responsive variables and the explanatory variables, and chi-square test for association has been carried out to check the relationship between program type and the program area with the demographic variables. Due to the availability of collinearity between the explanatory variables, factor analysis has been carried out using data reduction techniques. To check the reliability of the factors, reliability analysis has been carried out. Based on the reliable factors, factor analysis has been carried out. Reliable factors, hypothesis test has been carried out for ordinal data using Kruskal-Wallis test. You can see here types of the programs. Types of the programs have been identified as degrees, advanced diplomas, certificate level programs, and some of the other small type of programs. In here, the majority of the students in the sample, they are doing degree programs. It is approximately 88%, and the second majority is going to diploma level. It is approximately 11%. And if we consider the areas of the program, it is identified as engineering, medicine, physical science, bioscience, management and arts. Here in this sample, majority of the students are doing management subjects and the second majority is doing engineering subjects. For the management, it is approximately 60% and for the engineering, it is approximately 28%. When I was analyzing this sample, what I found, the highest number of students in the sample, they have done physical science, normally we call maths, for their advanced level studies. And as I explained earlier also, majority of them are doing degree programs and the most preferred program area is management. Both fathers and mothers of them, most of the students are having, both fathers and mothers of most of the students, they are having advanced level qualification as the highest educational qualification. And most of the fathers, they are doing their own business, that means they are businessmen, and most of the mothers are housewives. If we consider the income level of them, it is between 50,000 rupees to 100,000 rupees, but the main source, financial source for the students is parents. And most of the students, they have studied in the schools which are situated in Colombo district, and most of the schools are national schools, and most of the students, they are living also the same district, it is Colombo district. In the chi-square test, the null hypothesis has been considered as program type, and the program area is independent from the demographic variable, and the alternative hypothesis is program type and the program area is depending on the demographic variable. Here the demographic variables are gender, education of the fathers, education level of the mothers, income of the family, the way of paying college fee, district of the school, type of the school, and their living area. As a result, we can identify when they are selecting program type, like whether we are going to do a degree or advanced diploma, gender and the way that they are going to pay college fee affect on it. And when they are going to select the program area, other than the gender and the way of paying college fee, district of school, living area also affect on it. As a result of factor analysis, 8 factors have been identified as education quality, institute, location of the institute, total cost, peer adult influence, family tradition, availability of accommodation, and social atmosphere. In Kruskal-Wallis test, null hypothesis is factor is independent from the demographic variable, and the alternative hypothesis is factor is depending on the demographic variable. Here the demographic variables are gender, program type, program area, education of the fathers, education of the mothers, occupation of the fathers, occupation of the mothers, income of the family, the way of paying college fee, district of the school, type of the school, and living area. As a result, considering the first factor, education quality, it is depending on the demographic variables of gender, program type that they are going to do, and the program area that they are going to select, and the education level of their fathers, district of the school, and type of the school. And the second factor, considering institute, it is depending with the demographic factors of program type, program area, and district of school. And the third factor, considering location of the institute, it is depending with the program area, education of the mothers, district of the school, and type of the school. And the total cost that they are going to spend for this, it is depending with the gender, program type, program area, and income of the family. Yes, the families which has lowest income level, they are highly concerned on how the cost that they are going to spend for their children's education. The peer adult influence, it is depending with the demographic variables of program type, program area, and living area. Family tradition, it is depending on the demographic variables of program type, education of the mothers, and income of the family. Availability of accommodation is depending on the demographic variables of gender, program type, and program area. As normally we know the female students, they are highly concerned on the availability of accommodation like hostel facilities than male students. Social atmosphere, it is depending on the demographic variables of gender, program type, program area, district of school, type of school, and living area. If I conclude my research, the factors which are considered by general public when select higher education opportunities in the private institutions, they are education quality, institute, location of the institute, total cost, peer adult influence, family tradition, availability of accommodation and social atmosphere, and you can see the relationship between the factors and the demographic variables. I'm not going to explain it again and again because I have explained it under the results. If I explain the suggestions for future works, here I have collected data only from the students. But if we can collect the data from parents, I think it will be more effective, because as a output of the research, we can see parents are the main supporter for the higher education of these students when they are doing their first degree. So because of that, if we can collect data from parents, it will be more effective. And analyzing the dislikes which are driven to reject some institutes also will be a good research for the institutes. And the other thing is, when I was analyzing the Z score level of some of these students, they have all reached the level to enter the state universities, but they have not selected some state universities. They have selected private higher education institutes. So if we can do a research to find why they are selecting these private institutes instead of the state universities, so it will be a good research. So thank you for listening my research.